Anutama Mataji, are you there?
I'm there, Saurabh.
Are we starting class?
Yeah. Because I was muting everybody. Yeah, I think you've done it. Okay. So we are on week 50, and the topic for today is charity in three modes. So we all know about the three modes: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Yes, people remember these three modes? In mode of goodness, person is very pious, he's very God conscious, he always thinks good about other people, he gives charity, and basically he's a very kind-hearted person, he's God-fearing person, right? In mode of passion, person is good, but he's very passionate about everything. He's very uh, ambitious. Whatever he does in life, there is a lot of passion. He's always thinking about how to make more money, how to be successful in life. So he doesn't have much time to think about God. His, his entire life, he's busy in earning money and attaining a big status in life. And in the last, we have the mode of ignorance where the person is very lazy and he just does not believe in God. He's like an atheist. He is always either sleeping. He's not interested in taking a bath. He's not interested in going to temple. He's not into alcohol and drugs. So that kind of person is in mode of ignorance. So the topic that we're going to cover today is charity in three modes. Like how a person, when we give a charity, when we give donation, what kind of donation should we give? I mean, everybody will think, oh, what is there? We just have to give money to somebody. We to temple or to our friend or to some poor or needy. That is what we generally think when we're thinking about donation or we're thinking about charity. But when we read Bhagavad Gita, so in chapter 17, Krishna is very elaborately explaining about charity in three modes. So this, whatever we are learning today is from Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 17. Okay. So Krishna is, as you all know, Krishna is talking to Arjun and Krishna is explaining about, so the entire chapter is about three modes of material nature. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So this is the three things this is the three things which Krishna is very, very in detail he is explaining to Arjuna. So how are people in three modes? So at this point, there are three verses in this chapter which talks only about charity. So is it okay? So we'll begin from here. So before that, let us discuss about the nectar of holy name. We just finished our japa. We just finished. Those of you who joined before 4 o'clock, we chanted Hare Krishna mantra. Some of you chanted 2 rounds, somebody chanted 1 round. So let's begin our class by learning what is the significance of, or why is it so important to learn the Hare Krishna mantra. So here we understand that Mahaprabhu has given us this Hare Krishna mantra. Yeah, we all know that. This Hare Krishna mantra comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he has told us that in Kali Yuga, we should just chant this Hare Krishna mantra and nothing else will be beneficial. So when one engages with a lot of enthusiasm in Lord's service, whatever service we are doing to please Krishna or to make him happy, if we are able to, achieve some service, if we are able to do some service, it has a very special meaning. And the special meaning is that we are slowly, our karmas our sinful reactions or sinful karma are getting uh, removed from our life. So I'll put it in simple words. Simple word means today, if I'm able to do any good activity, if I'm able to do any service to Krishna, it means that some of my sins have already been removed by the Lord. Unless my sins are removed, I cannot even chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So all of you who are sitting here in the class, we should feel that you are very, very blessed because all of you are engaged in some or the other service. Somebody is cooking bhoga at home and offering to Krishna. Somebody is painting. Somebody is dancing. Somebody is teaching to children about Krishna. So all that is service only. All that is actually serving Krishna because when Krishna sees that we are, trying to make him happy, we are trying to please him, then automatically our sins get removed. Our bad karmas from our previous birth, from this birth, gets removed. So what we are learning from this particular nectar of holy name is that Mahaprabhu has given us this name to us. And in case we are doing some service to the Lord, it is an indication that our sins are getting removed. And how is the sin getting removed? Because two things. One, we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And second, we are engaged in serving the Lord. Right? So we are able to serve the Lord. That will happen only because we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So if we don't chant the Hare Krishna mantra, then one, we will not be able to serve the Lord, and two, our sins will not be removed. So is it clear? Is everybody able to understand?
Yes,
Clear?
ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Also.
Okay, so let's come to our topic of today, which is charity in three modes. So I will also share some pictures with you today so that it becomes little easy to understand. So first we will come to charity in the mode of goodness. So now it is very important that while I am explaining this class to you, you must take some few minutes and think within your heart that what kind of charity are you doing? What kind of donations are you doing? Are you doing in mode of goodness? Or are you doing in mode of passion? Or are you doing in mode of ignorance? So when I am telling all these about these three things to you, about all these three modes, charity in three modes, you must pause and think within your mind, what level are you on? Okay, because unless definitely we all want to be in mode of goodness, isn't it? Anybody wants to be in mode of ignorance? Is there anybody? Nobody. Okay. So we all want to be in mode of goodness. So then we must be very attentive in understanding what Krishna is trying to tell, that what kind of charity we should give. Right? So let's begin with charity in the mode of goodness. Okay. So I'll type it here. So we'll begin from here. Charity in the mode of goodness. So how to give charity? So first point is charity should be given out of duty. And we should not think that I want something in return of charity. So I'll give you an example. Uh, suppose I have some money and I want to give money for opening an orphanage. So I have lots of money. I have crores of rupees with me, and I want that with this money I will go and I will give money to some organization, and they will open a orphanage for children who don't have parents. They, that they will make a building and their orphan children will come and live. That's fine, very good. So that is a very good gesture from my part. But I want something in return. I just don't want to give charity. I am very clever. I want something in exchange of this charity. And what do I want? I want that my name should be published in the newspaper. Everybody in my country, in the country, or in my neighbors should know that I have given money for charity. So basically, I want to show, right? So it is fine, I have money. So that is why it is said that charity should be given out of duty. It is my duty to help uh, small children. It is my duty to help my society. But, and I should not expect anything in return. But what am I doing? I am doing, I am doing my duty. Yes, I am giving money, but at the same time, I want to show off. I want to show to the world that, oh, yes, my name is there in the newspaper. My name should be published in front page. Oh, wow, I have given money to open an orphanage. So that is what Krishna is telling Arjun, that if you want to give charity, do it out of duty without expecting anything in return. Right? Is it clear? So this is our point that we just covered. I'll put it in the chat. Now, when to give charity? One is we understood how to give charity. We should not expect anything. We should do it as a duty. But what is the time to give charity? So we should give charity at a proper time, which means like yesterday was Ekadashi. So it is said Ekadashi is a very, very auspicious day to give charity. Or when there is eclipse time, when there is a sun eclipse or moon eclipse, that time we can give eclipse. We can give charity. Okay, so when to give charity? At the proper time, like Ekadashi. Like this is just one example I'm giving. Some festival, some appearance day, like that, we should think of a proper day, and according to that, we should give charity. Is it clear? So where to give? What is the place? There should be a proper place to give charity. For example, you visit Mayapur, or you visit some Vrindavan, or Haridwar, Rishikesh, you visit some holy places. So there you should give charity to Brahmanas, people who are engaged in some service of the Lord. Those kind of holy places, you should give charity. Now, very important, whom to give charity. So charity, my dear friends, should be given to somebody who's engaged in spiritual activities. For example, a person who is engaged in spreading names of Krishna, or somebody who is a very qualified Brahman. So now sometimes we'll feel, okay, I have money. And, Mataji just said that we should go to some holy place and give charity there. Okay, so you go with your family, you go to, say, for example, you go to Haridwar, and you see a lot of poor people sitting there, and you want to give charity to them. So what happens from your side? You opened your purse and you're giving charity to some beggar. But after some time, you go and see that that beggar goes to a shop and buys liquor from there. So like that, your charity has become waste. So charity to the poor is, sometimes we feel that, oh, we are so compassionate, but a poor man is not, it's not worth that you should give your money to, because that poor man is not engaged in any of Krishna's service. What he will do? He will do sense gratification. He will try to satisfy his senses. So, according to scriptures, we should be thoughtful and careful in whom we are giving charity to. Okay, so we'll just recap. We will just revise the whole thing. So we are studying about charity in mode of goodness. So what is the mode of goodness is that when the person is very pious, so when a person is in mode of goodness, he should give charity without expecting any result, without expecting any uh, fame for himself. He should not think that my name should be published in some magazine or newspaper or on television because I'm giving charity. So, and when to give charity? At a very auspicious time, like some Ekadashi, or some maybe Janmashtami is there, Radha Ashtami is there, or appearance day of some acharyas are there, right? So that is the time you should think of giving charity, and whom to give charity. So charity should be given to somebody who is engaged in Krishna's service, or some qualified Brahman whom you know that he is doing some spiritual activity. You should not give your money. Suppose you're in a car on a red light, and there some beggar comes and asks you. So be careful. Don't give, because with that money he will go and buy some cigarette or alcohol, or indulge in some bad activity. And the result of that is that the bad karma will come to you and not to that person, because it was your money. Your money was being used in bad way. Your money is being used by a beggar and who is not spreading Krishna consciousness. That beggar is using that money for buying a cigarette or buying alcohol, or maybe gambling. He may be playing cards. Yeah, so be careful when you give charity next time. So let's look at some pictures. So here we see that how there is a family who's giving uh, money and food to some poor person, and that person is going and buying alcohol. And in another picture, we see that how there is a person who's giving money to a beggar and he's taking a selfie along with that. Okay, so have you understood? So this is not the correct way to give charity. So let's move on, and now we'll move to charity in mode of passion. Sorry, yeah, charity in mode of passion. So charity performed with expectation of some return. So again, we are coming back to the same point. For example, is there any, okay, do you understand that passion means somebody who's very, very ambitious, right? So it's one such example is a politician. Yeah. So one such example is a politician. So what do political leaders do? Political leaders, when the time of election comes, what do? They try to distribute money, they try to distribute a television set. And in Chennai, we see that it is very popular to give, one big bowl of biryani. So they'll give 1,000 rupees and they'll give one bowl of biryani. Or in some places, I've heard that, people will give 1,000 rupees and along with that, they'll give a TV set. So that is that kind of donation, that kind of charity is in mode of passion. So also sometimes people will go to temple and they will give money in the temple because they want a tax benefit. They'll say, oh, I have a lot of money. I have 1 lakh rupees. I'll give to the temple. So in return, I will get a tax benefit. Is it understandable? People are understanding? Yeah. Then another example of charity in passion is that I give money now, and in exchange, in my next birth, I will go to Swargloka. So I'll put it the points here. So we have started mode of passion. So charity performed with some return, like a politician who, because he wants to win the election, so he will try and distribute money or TV set or, you know, uh, some biryani, something he will give to attract people. Or people would like to go and give it in the temple so that they get some tax benefit. Then we have this another category of people where they give money because in the next birth they want to go to Swargloka. I'm just typing. Yeah. So this is another second category where people donate money to places because they want to go to Swargloka in their next birth. So that kind of charity is also in mode of passion. So we see in the third category that so here we have there is a person who has a big company, like a company owner, and what is he doing? He tells all his staff that Janmashtami is coming, and we will deduct thousand rupees from your salary, and you will we will give it to the temple for donation. Now here employees don't want to give any donation, but the boss is forcing them to give donation. So this again is category of mode of charity in mode of passion, because people are not happy in giving donation here. They are not willing to give donation. They are forced to give donation by their boss. Because festival is coming, my company is saying everybody we will deduct salary from your account, from money from your account. Okay, so that category is also mode of passion. And in the last example, we'll see that uh, you know, we went to the temple and somebody was forcing me to give money. So I have given money, but when I come back home, I'm feeling very sad. Oh God, why did I give money? I didn't want to give any donation. So like that, you're forced again, you go to temple and you're forced to give money there. So all these lists which I just told you, either a politician or donation for going to Swargloka in next birth, or don't want to give money, but your boss is telling you to give money, or you went to temple and somebody is forcing you to give donation there. All these kind of charities come in the mode of passion. Okay. So as I said in the beginning, donation charity means it should come from your heart. You should willingly give it. You should not think that I'm forced to give money. I'm forced to give donation. You should, out of love and compassion, out as your duty, you should give donation. And don't expect anything in return. Then that is the highest form of charity. Or in another example, we see that how husband wants to give, but wife doesn't want to give money. So wife is very angry. Why my husband is giving all this donation? Yeah. So these are all the examples. Let's share some pictures. We'll see a politician and we'll see a wife being very angry why my husband is giving charity.
Mataji, I'll just quickly use the washroom and back 2 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. So let's begin our third topic, charity mode of ignorance. So we all know what is mode of ignorance. Person is lazy, person is alcoholic. So, okay, so in mode of ignorance, person is not bothered where he's giving charity. He gives charity at an impure place, at an impure time. He gives charity to a person who's not qualified for charity. He does not respect the person. Suppose tomorrow, some Brahman comes to my house and I'm in the mode of ignorance. So I'll open the door. I will I will make a frown, I'll make a very dirty face. And when the Brahmanas ask for some Vriksha, I will, I will insultingly, without respect, I will give money to that Brahmana. Yeah. So this kind of charity is in mode of ignorance. So in another example, uh, a person is sitting in a bar, in a drinking bar or in a pub, and he's coming out of the pub and he's got some alcohol in his hand, and suddenly, one beggar approaches that person. So what does this person do? He hands him over a bottle of alcohol. Take this, my gift to you. So from his side, he's thinking he's done some charity, but actually giving alcohol is not a charity. So such charity is sinful. We might be thinking, oh, I am so big hearted. I have given a bottle of, wine to this person. But, it is not at all. Drinking and gambling, if you're giving charity for that, then that is sinful. So tomorrow somebody comes to your house and say, oh, give me some money. Can you lend me some money? I want to play or I want to drink. And if you give that money, then that will be sinful. He will not get the reaction of that sin. You who's giving the money will get all the reactions. Is it? So similarly, charity should be given to a person with respect, with attention. As I just gave the example of a brahmana, charity given to a, you know, if you don't respect a person, if you insult a person, and then you giving charity, then that is again mode of ignorance. So let's look at this picture where a person is giving a bottle of alcohol to a beggar. So is it understandable? Are you able to understand what we are discussing? So in our Vedas, it is said that charity should be given to a person who's engaged in spiritual activities. So if you give donation to somebody where preaching is happening, where you know people are talking about the Lord, there if you give charity, that is what is recommended in the scriptures. So basically, we are giving charity for Krishna because we want to please Krishna. But the point is, God does not need anything from us. He's self-satisfied. But yet, in Bhagavad Gita, he is explaining, he is telling Arjun to give charity. Krishna doesn't want anything. Yet he is telling Arjun that we must give charity. So why is it that? So the reason is charity purifies and makes us strong spiritually. Okay, so charity purifies our money. So when we are giving charity to Krishna, we accept that, yes, actually all this money, all this material things that we have, actually everything belongs to Krishna. We are not the owners. Everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. So by offering something to the Lord, it comes back millions of times to us. I mean, if you give 10 rupees, you will get back 100 rupees in some way or the other. And if you don't give donation, if you don't give charity, what will happen? We will have big medical bills. We will have big tax bills. We'll have somebody will come in our house and he'll steal all the money. Yeah. So instead of money being going in some bad uh, for going for a bad reason or going for a bad purpose, it is always good that money goes out in spiritual uh, spiritual aspects for spiritual things. So that is why next time you open your purse and you want to give money to somebody, think 10 times before you give charity. Give it with a good intention, give it with a good feeling, give it with a good heart. Don't expect that I am doing charity that, I will become famous. People will talk about me that, oh, how, charitable this person is. If you want, so be careful and where you are giving charity, what place, what time. You should be careful of all these things before you give charity to any place. And it is said that if you give charity, you if that person does anything bad, then all the bad karmas, what he is doing, will come to you. Okay? Okay, so that's the end of our class. Let's take some quick questions. Make your questions short.
Mataji, I
Sorry,
will.
today you have to, um, Rasrati is not there. Hmm.
Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, like you're saying, my friends, or maybe my friend's father, yeah, was a devotee and was wearing. Ah, sorry. So, a friend's brother earlier was a devotee person and was also wearing kantimala and doing everything. But then suddenly the mind changed and he then took it all off and then he changed Why do you think that something like that happens, Mataji?
Maybe some wrong association. Maybe his friends, his company was not good, or somebody, he got attracted to some other material thing. So that is why it is very important to keep good association.
So, so what happens, Mataji, after this? For example, this person decided to quit and then just normal life day to day. So, what happens to the soul? The soul suffer, it goes, it has to go
So
through.
whatever piety he's done, whatever good things he's done when he was Krishna conscious, he will get a benefit of it. But again, he has to come back to this material world and suffer. That definitely will continue. But whatever little he has done, Krishna will not forget that. He will get result, benefit of that. But again, he has to come back and take birth again in this world. Hare Krishna. We'll take the next question.
Mataji, didn't know that. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
passion, the mode of passion, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mataji, they're saying that there's some kind of a, where we were. So there's the tax person. So there's some 33% rule and he buys gold and stuff like that. I saw in Instagram some mistake.
Okay, so what is the question?
Uh, Sorry, I'm taking help, Mataji.
Okay.
So he's asking Hemant, you please look at me, if I'm right or wrong. So he's saying, like, for example, it could be any material, right? Anywhere you go to a mall, maybe you go to buy something. If a t-shirt is 400 rupees, you take a bill and their GST or CGST and stuff like that, right? Those tax. Hmm. So what do they do with that money? They take that money, they take that money and do something with it. So, oh, Hemant is saying my question is something different. So somebody gets 1 lakh a month, and then the tax is a lot, right? Tax would go maybe 50,000 or something like that. Now, this person is not supportive of the tax or basically the system. That person tries to take money and tries to save money and tries to do something. Doesn't uh, gets 1 lakh salary, and then if a tax should be gone up, probably the government. Yeah, so Mataji, the question is, so for example, all of us, we get monthly salaries, right?
Okay,
All of us, so tax has to be paid. It's a
right,
but our money goes to the government, and the government then uses it in a wrong way, different ways, right? They buy stuff, they're building stuff, and they're basically making more money out of that. So all
right, right.
that mistake and negativity is from our money, so it's our bad karma.
See, we are not intentionally, see, there is a difference. Tax, so we have to give it to the government. Of course, being in Kali Yuga, we definitely will get some reaction somewhere. That is why it is recommended that you give charity for spiritual activities so that at least to some level our reactions get reduced. Right? You cannot stop the government from doing the activities which they are doing it. But from our side, we have to be careful that we do not intentionally give money to somebody where the person is doing wrong thing. Here, the government, you can't do anything. You cannot stop the government from misusing our money. Definitely, you have a right point that if government is spending our money in a wrong way, we will definitely get a reaction. But there, we don't have a choice. What choice we have is that if you are giving to some temple where the intention is pure, and yet you are giving it because you want to make it as a tax bracket, that is wrong. There the choice is yours. With the government you don't have a choice, and definitely if you're giving to the government, some kind of reactions definitely will give. But for counteracting those reactions, of course, we have taken shelter of holy names. We do take shelter of Krishna's name and we do eat prasad. But when it comes to government, we actually cannot do much about it. We cannot escape from paying taxes. But definitely some kind of reactions will come to us. Hare Krishna. We can take a quick one question. I think time will be out. Nishant. Nishant, I've never seen. Yeah.
I'm Nishant. PF Provident Fund. It is like a monthly thing. It's automatically deducted. Then, yeah, it doesn't increase or anything. So it just keeps going.
Yeah, what is the question? What is the concern?
No, no question as such. I just wanted to share. I think the PF, something you're talking about that. So
Yeah, so we can take care that we can utilize that money in a way that it doesn't give us bad reactions. That is why from time to time, if we can do some pious activities, we can give charities, we can help. If you want to give really help to poor, then probably you can cook food with that money, offer it to Krishna and distribute prasad. So that is one way of helping the poor and needy. You can actually buy your prasad, they will also become Krishna conscious. So yes, money is there. So what you do with your hard-earned money, whether it is PF or gratuity or whatever, it is entirely up to you. But yes, definitely, charity should be given, but it should be given in a way that it should not increase your reactions. It should not increase your bad karma. That is what we all should be careful about. Hare Krishna. I think time is up. So my request is that those whose hands are up, can you record your question? And most likely we can take this question, these question in a special question answer round. I don't want your questions to get lost by the time you reach the next class. So when we meet in the next class, probably I can arrange for a special question answer session. You can keep that question recorded and we will play that recording in that next class. Is that okay? Because what happens usually by the time next class comes, you have forgotten your questions. No, I don't want that. You can record your question and keep them, and we will play them in the next class. Yeah.
I
And
think
thank
this
you so
person is
much
new,
for, yeah.
Mataji. Nishant is new. He's saying where to send.
No, you can keep it with you. We'll play it in the next class when we have a QA session. But if you want, you can send it at my personal number also. I don't know sign much. If you can type, you can send. I will reply. This is my number. You can note down my number. If you can type, you can send it to me. I'll reply to your question. In Hindi also, you can type any language. I will reply in your language. Okay. So thank you so much. So we won't have Saurabh for some time. Saurabh is traveling. So we'll have probably I'm trying to arrange some other interpreter. Meanwhile, Saurabh is not there. Saurabh will be back on 16th. So, okay. So we'll miss Saurabh for some time. We'll arrange for somebody else and we'll have question answer round for that. Right. So thank you so much. I wanted to make an announcement. Saurabh, with your permission, just one announcement can I make?
Yeah, Mataji. Last.
Last, 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 last.
Yeah.
Yeah, short. One announcement. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement that with the contribution of so many of you, we are about to reach 1,000 followers in Instagram. So very, very wonderful. Put a round of applause, a big Hare Krishna to all of you who have been regularly contributing and helping in making this Instagram channel wonderful. So we are about to reach 1,000 followers, and I actually, from my side and from the side of ISKCON, we wanted to send all the people who are helping in making reels one small gift. And I would appreciate if you can send me your address, uh, so that we can send a small token of love from Krishna to everybody. So all those people who have contributed in making a reels, please send your address and we will send across. And also, once you receive that gift, if somebody can make a video of that, like you are receiving that gift and your family is taking your video, so that we can post that also in Instagram and encourage so many other people. So my heartful thank you to everybody here who's been doing wonderful in making and supporting this channel, Instagram account. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's continue this because so many people are joining, seeing your enthusiasm, seeing your effort. So many new people are becoming Krishna conscious. They are getting attracted towards Krishna. Yeah, please send me your addresses. You know my number. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Saurav. Have a nice journey. Have a nice trip. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.